Your best speaking days are not behind you. They're just getting started. Let me say that again. Your best speaking days are not behind you. Just getting started. I came here today with a message for someone who thinks that their time has passed. Who thinks that the time when they had to start speaking in public was yesterday, was last month, was last year. I came today with a message for someone who was speaking before and maybe something happened and you stopped speaking. And then you just tell yourself, you know what, I don't owe. You're my audience for today. Hello, everybody, and welcome to yet another exciting edition of Emmy Speaks. I am Emmy, and I'm here to tell you what's hot and what's not about life, its challenges, its difficulties, its, tempting moments, and how you can travail, how you can prevail, how you can conquer, how you can rise above. This season, we are rising above the power in our voices. So yes, if you see me on your screen this season, I'm here to tell you what's hot and what's not about the voice. Today, we are addressing something very sensitive because I've heard people say this a lot. In fact, it has happened to me. Yes. I've come across people who have said that this speaking thing is for the younger generation. My time don't pass. I don't big. My time don't pass. I've heard people say that there was a time when I was really interested in public speaking. I even had people who wanted to give me some opportunities to speak, but I did not really take it seriously. As that time passed, so now all that. This other category of people who used to speak, they used to do a lot of emceeing, a lot of radio. You hear them say, oh, I used to do a lot of emceeing back in my day, a lot of radio, but I took a long break from it. It's been so long since I spoke. It's been too long since I emceed. It's been too long since I did all of that. You know what? Major leave. I've heard people say all of these things, insinuating that there was a season in their lives where they were supposed to actually become great speakers. And because those seasons have passed, it's over for them. Now they just want to cheer on the next generation of speakers. I'm here for you today. And why am I here? To tell you, to remind you that your best speaking days are still ahead of you. They're just getting started. As long as there is breath in your lungs, there is power in your voice. So speak. When we talk about the power in your voice, being encouraged, being bold to speak, people think that it is only to either teach, to animate, to entertain, to give speeches and all of that. It incorporates every work of life. So yes, as long as there is breath in your lungs, there is power in your voice, and you owe yourself, your purpose, the world, your speech. Now, this is why we sometimes feel like our best speaking days have either passed or was in the past. We tried it once, it did not work out. Maybe we attempted to do the whole speaking thing as people talk about it, and it did not go well, or it did not end up well. We took a class in public speaking, and after that class, we were still not able to speak. And so we just felt like, this public speaking thing is not for us. Another reason could just be that you meet someone or you come across someone who speaks, in your opinion, better than you, like sounds better than you, is more articulated, and then you tell yourself, you know what, this is probably not for me. Like, if I should be a public speaker, I should probably sound like that. I should probably articulate like that. And seeing as I can't, so let me just leave it. Another reason could just be the age factor. You see how I'm putting all the things in brackets? Age factor. You tell yourself things like, when I was young and I still had like the energy and the strength, I could pursue this thing, but now I'm really old. There's a lot on my plate. I cannot start speaking. Or maybe you tried speaking once in front of your classmates, in front of your friends, and it didn't go so well and you were made fun of. Maybe you were even nicknamed as a result of something you said or as a result of a gesture you made that did not come out right. And so you just tell yourself, you know what, this speaking thing is not for me. The reasons are endless. I could go on and on listing. Here's the thing though. God doesn't measure the power in your voice, by your past. He measures the power in your voice by your present. by your purpose. Let me say that again. God doesn't measure the power in your voice by your past. He measures it by your purpose. As long as you are still on earth in the fulfillment of your purpose, then you do not have the right or the excuse to lose the power in your voice, regardless of your age or your past experiences, or even your past glories. Sometimes we think that we've hit our mark when it comes to speaking. Like, I've gone on the big stages, I've been speaking for so many years, I've covered several events, I've done my part. You're looking at it all wrong. It's not about the number of stages you appear on. It's not about the number of events you cover. The question you should be asking yourself that should lead you to retirement is, am I done with my purpose? Has my voice served the fullness of its purpose? If not, I keep going. This is why I say your best days are still ahead of you. Your voice grows with experience. There is power that is released when you are speaking in the consciousness of the power that you are exerting at that point in time. When you consciously put your voice into use, when you consciously rise to the occasion, when you consciously rise to the demand and use your voice, you are exuding power from a place of awareness, and that depicts authority. Because I'm conscious that at this point in time, my voice is changing narratives. At this point in time, my voice is setting a pace. So I am using my authority and not just randomly using my voice. Every time that you consciously use the power in your voice, there is growth. And when you grow, you begin to expand and enlarge. And then slowly you realize that your influence is now wider. Why? Because of the conscious use of the power in your voice. Another reason why I say this is your voice grows with healing. Here is something about your scars. Your scars gives authenticity to your sound. The experiences you've had, those shame moments, those moments of downfall, those moments of non-success that you've had, those are moments that wounded you. And for most people, it causes them to shut down. When you heal from that wound and rise above, the scar becomes the authenticity with which your sound is produced. It becomes the force of the power with which your sound is being pushed out. Because at that point, you're telling yourself, you know what? I've already been laughed at. I've already been shamed. I've already been insulted. What is the worst that can probably happen to me? Don't allow your wounds to shut you down. Heal. Use your scars as your power. Use your scars as your authentic sound. No one can ever have the scars that you have had. No one can ever have the wounds that you've had. People might have had their wounds, but the wounds they had were not yours. And their wounds will not leave them with the same scars that your wounds left you. So your scar is your unique authenticity. Here is another reason. Your voice grows with God. The more you put your power to use, the more the Holy Spirit inspires you more. I can tell you for a fact that when I started this YouTube channel, I started it with the Lord. I had no idea that at this time, this is what I was going to be talking about. But as I am journeying with God, as I am putting my voice into use, He's inspiring me. He's widening the scope of my understanding. He's giving me insights. He's giving me wisdom. He's giving me discernment. And by virtue of that, I cannot even run out of things to say. Why? Because as much as I'm using my power, it is growing. The power in your voice grows with God. Last but not the least, your voice is needed now more than ever. The world has changed. The world has evolved. Yes, you used to speak back then. You used to do a lot of things back then. But the world is evolving. And as the world is evolving, there is room for your voice. So your voice is needed now more than ever. It was needed yesterday for yesterday. And so today it is needed for today. Tomorrow it will be needed for tomorrow. Maybe your voice was not needed on that day when you couldn't speak. But guess what? Today your voice is needed. Tomorrow, your voice will be needed. So yes, your best speaking days right in front of you. Don't bury your voice into yesterday's regrets and glories. Release your voice into today's opportunities and the opportunities that lies ahead of you. Stop telling yourself, I cannot do it anymore. If ever you felt like there would come a time when you would have to speak, that time is now. If ever you felt like there will come a time when I will stand in front of people and speak boldly and confidently, that time is now. If ever you visualize yourself on a stage, in front of an audience, wherever, that time has come. Your voice is not finished. It is just getting started. Your voice is not outdated. It is just getting discovered. Your voice is not lame. It is just finding its power. And this is Emmy reminding you that there is still power in your voice. So use it. As long as you still have breath, as long as you still have a voice, you owe the world your sound. So echo it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that this has been a booster for you to just rise up to the power in your voice. I will see you in the next episode. In the meantime, don't forget to like, comment, share to as many people as possible. And always remember, I am Emmy. When Emmy speaks, she speaks to the world. Are you listening? Bye.